Hi guys, my name is Sungai. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to this channel. I hope you are all well. Last time we spoke, it was concerning my journey and where we are, and encouraging that there's nothing perfect. And I hope that this whole life series of mine is maintained, and trying to remain positive, trying to keep going and appreciating anything. So someone asked me, this is nothing to do with the comments or anything. Someone asked me, so do you have regrets? I don't. I don't have regret. I don't regret anything I've ever done. I don't regret things that I've been through. I don't regret that. What does frustrate me at times, I may say, is the idea that I gave people so much power, or I gave people time that didn't deserve my time. But ultimately, this was my decision. So I take accountability for that. So there was people that I've dated that I shouldn't have dated. There was people that I spent time with that I shouldn't have. And there's people that I validated when they were being unkind. All of this these are all experiences. However, in these moments when I was choosing those, it was where I was. It was where I was in that moment. It was where I was in that feeling. It was where I was. So I can't say to myself that that was terrible and I hate you for that, because that's what regret is. No, that's where I was. That's where I was in that moment. It was where I felt in that mindset. It was right. It was the right thing to do. It was what I felt was right to do. And I respect the decision of that me version of myself. However, going forward, now I know my worth. And now I know who I am. I know that there's certain things I will not let run. There's certain environments that I will not entertain. No, your opinion of me doesn't matter. The opinion I have of myself is the only thing I validate, and that matters. I can hear on what things I've done to harm you, but never will I validate your thoughts of me, because they are irrelevant and I didn't ask for them. What matters is that my intention, how I feel. And if I've noticed also recently that people are getting upset that I am saying no a lot more. And you're asking, but what do you mean? Before, people are used to me saying yes. So if you say, oh, can you do this for me? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Or can I have this? I'm like, yeah, don't worry. Yeah, you can have that. But now that even, oh, can you come and do this? And I'm like, yeah, I'm always a yes girl. But now that I'm now constantly validating myself or respecting myself to say no, this is based on knowing that these same people will not show up for me. These same people will not sacrifice their time for me. These same people will not do this for me. So for that reason alone, I am not doing that. And I've realized people will get angry and snap it. No, you don't get to be angry because I've said no. Because when you say no, I respect your no. So how come you don't give me the same grace when I've now said no? That's not going to work for me. And the entitlement that my answer should always be yes, because it has been yes over the years. In that in itself, I've realized going forward that my no needs to mean no, and there needs not to be a negotiation. And I also respect myself when I get upset, because there must be a reason why I am upset. Because with my work, with the work I am working on and the work I do on myself, for me to arrive there, you don't get, just because I'm on a journey of wokeness, you don't get to swear at me and you don't get a swear back. You're obviously attracting that, you get it back. I'll dish you a big plate. I will dish you a big plate of insults. if you're insulting me, I will dish you your dish, because I am not your toilet. You don't come over here and vomit, or you don't come over here and do your number twos. I am not your sport. The toilet's over there. Use it conveniently. There's also public toilets if you don't wish to, because you don't have to dump in my house. I will show you. We have local pubs. We have pubs that are frequently open at certain times. You know, they're communal pubs. You go ahead and dump your dump in the public domain. You don't get to dump it in my house. So yes, you might see all these versions of me snapping and obviously upset, but obviously since I have grown, it's less, because I've realized that some people attract that, and I try to navigate and avoid that. But I realized that my circle, as I tightened my circle, I've realized that the universe is testing me through family. But trust me, you will get your head chopped off verbally, because that's my boundary. You don't get to vomit. It was just like, I'm restraining myself. Yeah, I expect the same, and that's that. So in this life, I'm not saying how you should live your life. I'm not going to tell you this is a to-do. I'm just going to say that in my messy, beautiful life, and to be honest, it's not messy anymore. It was messy. It got really messy. And there's my lifestyle that I will probably not share on here, that I live comfortably. I am going through stuff and figuring things out, and I'm navigating and figuring myself out. And regardless of what I'm going through, I respect that whatever I'm going through is best for me. And I want you all to know that, and I want you all to know that whatever you're going through, some people are going through the worst things, and I'm sorry to hear that, and I empathize with that. However, I'm just talking about the general stuff. Employment, jobs. Just focus on yourself. Focus on the best version of yourself. Focus on the things that you can actually control. Just sit on those. And that will help you take you out of certain places. And if you can't afford the gym, start walking. Walking is free. Just walk up the road. Walk to the park. Walk somewhere. And then walk a bit further. And just go and check out nice things, and go to a car dealership. Just check out cars. Just go out, because it starts. You need to move. Also, you want to get to know people. Have a happy disposition. Don't be so with life, just relax your face and just be. You don't need. People tell me, oh, you smile a lot. You look dumb, like someone can. No, actually, I smile because I'm pretty dangerous, I would like to say. I'm aware of what I'm capable of. I'm very sure on what I can do with myself. I am very aware. And something that I practice that bit of myself so frequently that I'm very aware what I am physically capable of. And so I'll never be bothered by someone thinking that I'm a mug. But test the mark. Please don't. But let's not do that, Enjoy life. And just know that if you have a beautiful disposition, somehow the world looks at you with the same disposition, and it does. You don't have to, it's a. And even if someone's irritating you, like really, like, so you woke up and you chose violence and you decided to pour over here. Yeah, you just. So honestly, I'm just saying that nothing is ever what it's supposed to be. Nothing is ever where it's supposed to be. And one thing I'm also learning in this journey is that my body has been through so much. And in as much as I would like to have my body back the way it was and whatever, I've realized this body has got me here. And I'm now loving and embracing every lump in my body. But no matter what, I'm active. Like I just said in the last video, I was cycling. And I enjoy cycling. And alongside that, I go to the gym. If I'm not gymming, I'm going for long walks after work. And it helps just relax the tension and measures the end of that and the start of something new. Is just beautiful. All I'm saying is that everything has its place. Everything is where it's supposed to be. And I want you to take that time and go on this journey with me. And I would like to hear your stories too. And then we can talk about them and you can ask me what you would like to know. But regardless of anything, I want you to appreciate yourself. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to experience the things that are happening inside you. Just have a disposition. That's something you can change. How you appear on this world. How you show up to this world. If that means that you put lip gloss on, you do that. You make sure if that means that you wear makeup to work, you do that. Because this is your journey. This is your life. You paint it the way you're the painter of this art piece. You decide how you're showing up to the world so that you show up in the person that you want to be. You play dress up with your life. You explore the way you like. In my office, there's no dress code. I dress as I feel. And sometimes I feel playful. Sometimes I feel this. And sometimes but I'm allowing myself to feel and allowing myself to express myself respectfully in my place of work. And most times now, recent times, I'm working a lot more from home. So which I'm also noticing that sometimes it's good to go out into the office space because it allows me to remind myself how I'm showing up in the world, because I can be content in working from home. Although I'm showing up in the world through my work, but I'm not showing up in the world through my presence. So sometimes it's good to have the balance, even if I don't have to, just to show up so that I can be intentional about what I'm wearing, how I'm feeling, what I'm doing, how I'm navigating people who are not having a good day, and how I'm seeing that, but also allowing them to have their process and have their feelings. Because these are all skills that I will need if I was to live with a husband, have a husband in a marriage. I will need all these skills, because there will be times you'll wake up and not want to not to show up in that intimacy, in that moment. And there might be times I feel that way, and how I'm navigating that, how I'm being navigated. Because guess what? The person you marry is a stranger, because they're not raised in the same household as you. They are raised by different government, different environment, different expectations, different values. And then in that, you now need to correlate and make them, because you share the same interests, you share the same agenda. You now need to come from these different homes and then execute the mission. Just like I do at work. We are all coming from different homes with different experiences and different journeys, but we're showing up for the job, to attain, to do what our job effectively, and we are coming together for one purpose. The same thing with the marriage. You're coming out of your expected role, but you want to share this journey with this person and have this purpose. So all to say is that it matters. Every aspect matters. School matters. All these matters, because if no matter what, whether it's a same-sex relationship, whether it's the person you're gonna call your soulmate, the person you're gonna call your soulmate, the one you want to procreate or breed with, procreate with and create life with, has to share your values. Because after they share the values, that's why you say in employment. You find people who have been employed for 15 years, and you find people who've been employed for 5 years. There's some people who do leave and go to greener pastures. That's divorcing. That's moving along, greener pastures. It's the same. Life is the same. It's repeating itself in different chapters that are all different, but they're the same. They are the same. So once you understand how important it is to have life skills with the relationships you form in workspaces and school spaces and any space that you're in, that's not the one you come from, that's not your nucleus in the university, and coming to understanding that, okay, we are first here, we're going to get a degree, we're going to become this, and then there will come a time that we are working together. But then when you are our friends, you're saying, okay, we're choosing our friendship, we're going to be intentional in our friendship, we just want to connect, we are helping each other become better people. This is the purpose of our friendship, that I push you to be the best version of yourself at all times. That's my task, and I use the same for you. So you have an expectation in your friendship, that this is the expectation, and you uphold that. And my expectation of my friends is to be honest and straight talking. So have an honest opinion when asked, what do you think? I want you to be candid and honest. And you don't have to agree with me, but you can, when your opinion is needed, please form it and respectfully tell me that, no, I don't agree with that. Excuse me, sorry, I'm boring myself at this rate. So I think this is going to be one of my shortest videos at this rate, because I don't want to bore myself through you any longer, because I don't think any audio or any recording should be wasted. So this is going to be a short chapter. And yeah, I hope that this has been helpful. And as I'm figuring this whole thing out until I find my footing, it's just this is Dear Diary. So enjoy this journey with me, and I hope some of the words I've shared already have been helpful. It's something that you can work on, something you can take from that, and allow yourself to feel, allow yourself to form friendships, allow yourself to form relationships that can be it can be your friends, but that can now be your family, because they are there for you no matter what. So friends can be the family you choose. So allow yourself to immerse yourself in that, but also allow yourself to end friendships without having disagreements or an argument or resentment where it's constantly leaving a bad taste. You can just walk away from something calmly and choose not to indulge in toxic behavior, and that's okay, because you're respecting yourself. They might not have closure because they might want that toxic energy, but you choose what you do with your life, and you can choose like, nah, that's not for me, and choose it well. Say, no, that's not for me. I choose this, and I respect that, and I want you to show up as the best version of yourself throughout your life. And I'm wishing you guys to enjoy it. Write your story, take a paintbrush, start painting. It's my hobby. I'm not the best artist in the world, but boy, am I expressing myself in art, expressing myself in my paintings, and I'm getting into it. I'm painting my life, but I'm also painting externally as an expression of how I feel. But anyway, for now, I'm gonna bid you good night, because I'm yawning. And I hope to be seeing you in the chat, and I hope you like my channel. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we can be on this journey together. And in a couple months or so, I'll be 38. So to be chapter 38, we'll begin a chapter was in the middle of this year. So it's a pleasure meeting all of you, and let's see where this journey takes me, shall we? But all I knew is I had to start. So if you have to start something, just start, and it will find what it is as it's going. I don't know what it is, but we'll figure it out together. This is me. good night and goodbye. Until next time, thank you for watching.
Why don't you let yourself come